What is up, everybody? It is Wick here. I'm inside of Goodwill hunting for treasures I can flip on eBay, Amazon, maybe even Facebook Marketplace, wherever I can find it to make some money. Had some knives up there, not really interested in those, just sort of an off-brand. Down here I see this, I'm like, ooh, is this Magnolite? Wagnoware stuff. And I touch it and I'm like, it doesn't feel quite like it. Look at the bottom, of course it's worn down, I couldn't see. There was the word hammer I could see, so I sold it as Hammercraft. I've already sold it. It sold fairly quickly at $5. I mean, why not pick that up and flip it? It was a quick flip. So not seeing anything else there. Here's a bunch of stuff, and I do a little bit of digging off camera, but I don't find anything that's worth picking up. Sometimes there's a hidden gem in these miscellaneous aisles in Goodwill, but a lot of the stuff just priced up. It's just the common theme of Goodwill. There's always stuff priced up. I'm surprised that's only $5. A lot of times they price stuff like this $20 in this Goodwill, so $5 is pretty good. It wasn't, I mean, in great condition. It had some stains and stuff, but still. Over here in this Goodwill, the toys, I see a Speak and Spell. And I usually pick these up, $4.99, about as much as I'd want to spend on it. No more than that, because those typically sell for like $20. I see a Hot Wheels car case over there on the floor, which I looked in, and there was no Hot Wheels or anything. Sometimes those cases are good to sell. I've sold certain ones. I can't remember if that one was. I believe it was priced fairly high. I just didn't want to deal with it. Here's a First Act acoustic guitar, and some of the First Act guitars are worth selling, like the electric ones. I've sold upwards to $75 on some of those models. The acoustics, no, I just ended up leaving that. It's in good condition though. I'm sure someone will enjoy it. Got printers and scanners. Here's some Cricut ink replacements for Cricut machines. I just ended up leaving those. They're priced high and not selling for a whole lot. Here we're looking at the Christmas stuff, and down here I see something really, really good. These inflatables, and they're not priced too high. Turns out they are new. I'll talk about those more in the haul video, but just worth really a small fortune. Here's a hat also that's amazing. In the box, I already sold that as well for big money, so we'll talk about all that later in the haul. Everything I found today. Now, this video is kind of weird because I found that stuff there a day before my cataract surgery. Then I had my cataract surgery. I didn't do any thrifting until, basically a couple weeks later. So there's a big gap. Here's it's a Monster High like makeup head, hairstyling head, which I pick up. I should have looked it up. It just really wasn't worth picking up. Sometimes they are. And there you see my cards looking pretty good with what I got in there. Huge haul. Some filters down here, which just kind of basic filters. If you do enjoy these types of videos, please hit that like button for me. It really helps them out. And I appreciate you watching. What else we have here? Some cookware. Checking to see if it's, something good. What was it? What brand? Allclad. I sold one of those strainers for recently. I got here for $2.99. I sold it for $30, I think. So some of the brands people will buy on eBay. Most brands are just too saturated. People aren't interested in buying them used on eBay. There's a Frankenburger. I looked it up. I don't remember ever seeing those out in the wild, so looked it up, and yeah, no one's buying them. No one cares about their existence. So I left it. It wasn't new. If it was new, I might have bought it to give it a shot, because I've sold some just weird appliances like that new that aren't very popular. Here is a speaking handheld dictionary, and I thought it was new at first. It is used, unfortunately, but at $5, there's some decent profit in it. Nikon box back there, lens box. Unfortunately, no lens in there. I don't know if there's one in there or someone stole it. Pretty nice Under Armour bag. I don't think it had that much resale value, maybe a little bit of profit in there. I just decided to leave it because I got so many personal bags that I already have from thrifting. And yeah, I don't know if that would have sold well or not. I guess I could have looked it up. Here's some shoes I also have in my hand that I picked up when I first came in. Those already sold as well, so not bad. Some Asics gels, pretty good style. Pass on a lot of Asics shoes, but sometimes they're just worth picking up. Here's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card binder, $2.99. Decided to pick this up as well. Not big money, but $2.99 is worth it. I set it back down there for now. We got lotions, we got soaps. I should be paying more attention to those because there's some really high dollar discontinued stuff like that. So this is what, like 2 weeks later since I found the inflatables. I'm back in here, and unfortunately nothing here today in this Christmas stuff that I want to buy. But that's okay because I found some really good things, and I'm about to show you everything I found. Let's take a look. Check it out. I got a really awesome haul here. Really doesn't look like a whole bunch on the table, but there's some really great items. Now, I went thrifting right before I had my cataract surgery and found some of this, and then I went after my cataract surgery about a week after. So this is about a 2-week gap altogether, so I'm gonna try to remember this stuff the best I can. We can start with this footwear. I got these Belleville military boots. They have never been worn. They're new, $15 I paid for them. This is a pretty good pair. They will sell new for over $100. Since I don't have the box and the tags are not on there, I'll probably sell them for about 75 or 80 bucks. Should be some great profit. Here's some Saucony shoes. I don't pick up this brand very often, but this pair was good. It's a bit of a rare style. I can't remember if there's even any listed on eBay, but I did check the 3-year history and I saw some that sold between $80 and $120. Of course, it's hard to tell. You can't really look at the listings on those that are over 90 days. So I don't know if they were new. These are in really good condition. They're going to be priced somewhere between $40 and $80, I think. I'm probably going to price them $80 to start just because of how few there are on eBay, if any, currently. I can always lower the price. Also, here's a Logo Athletics Bengals hat. I just picked up a Goodwill for $2.99. It's vintage. Nothing too special. Logo Athletics do make some really good hats. If this was like a splash design, I think Logo Athletics makes splash design. That would be a $100 plus hat. Still, I think there's $10 profit in it, so I picked it up. Also for $5, I picked up these Keen shoes, just kind of like slip-on work shoes of some sort. You know, they're a larger size 13. I went ahead and picked them up. I think I can sell them for between $30 and $40. And here's a pair of these Asics gel shoes, and these do pretty well, especially certain styles. $5 is what I paid for these. It's looking like between $30 and $40 for those as well. So happy to pick them up. For to add up all the footwear and the hat, it's going to be some good estimated profit. This was an incredible find. I got these inflatables, and I've talked about these holiday inflatables on the channel before. Some of them can be very desirable, and I think I got some desirable ones from what I can tell. One of these had a comp on eBay that sold for $250. I think it was this one right here. This is a Texas Hold'em, Santa playing Texas Hold'em with his reindeer, so it's very unique in that sense. And this one sold for $250 plus shipping. The others were not on eBay, but I did find one over the past 3 years sold for $400. This one right here. And this is the Santa towing sleigh. The great thing about these, see if I can get closer here, it's just Santa with a tow truck pulling a sleigh. Very high-end one, very unique. So there's currently none listed on eBay. Only one sold comp for $400. I'm probably going to start this at $500. Just see if we can get a sale. You can see I paid $9.99. Actually, I didn't pay $9.99. Christmas was half off because it's after Christmas. So I paid $5, $4, $3.50, I guess. Just crazy. This one right here, I couldn't find any comps on. I'm guessing this is only going to be $100 or less. Now, this one's not in a sealed box. Like the others have cardboard boxes that they're still tape sealed, so I don't have to worry about them being used. I'm assuming they all came from the same person, and since those two are new, I think this one's new. They're a pain to pull out and inflate just because it getting them back in the box and all that, but it's worth doing just to make that money for as little as I paid for it. They might not sell until next Christmas. That's fine. I got next to nothing into them. We're going to price them high, see if we can get some sales. So some good estimated profit coming in on these for sure. Back here, I got this Monster High styling head. You know, I picked it up for $5. Not worth buying to sell. Some of these Bratz and Monster High styling heads, I think it's mostly Bratz now that I think about it, are worth money. I was just finding so many good things in this Goodwill, and I saw this. I'm like, oh, that's good too, Monster High. Didn't really research it. I probably should have. It's not a big deal. I'll get my money back by lotting it with some dolls that I'm selling. If it has all the accessories, it might be worth selling. I'm not sure. Just don't buy things without looking it up, even though I do sometimes. So here's a Dutch oven. This is not a Magnolite. The bottom maker is pretty worn, but it looked like it said the Hammercraft, which is pretty good. They will sell. I'd probably sell this for $30 plus shipping. It was looking like it's in pretty good condition. It doesn't have the insert. I think they were selling with the insert for like 40. So over here is a pretty cool find. I saw this hat box and I'm like, ooh, this could be really well. I had $14.99 on it. I just figured the hat was, you know, maybe not even going to be in there. You never know at Goodwill, right? Resistol hat. I was hoping it was Stetson, but it is not. And oh, the feathers came off. I guess that's supposed to happen. I think that's optional actually, but as far as I can tell, it's almost never been worn. It is vintage, and what I saw was the XXX beaver. I thought, was this beaver fur? Because some of these beaver hats will sell for upwards $600-700. So I doing research and I was seeing that at $400 to $600, $700 in some case. So it's just like, I'm just putting that in the cart, researching it later, right? I don't know why it says Beaver XXX, because as far as I can tell, I don't think it is actual beaver fur. Some of the ones that are say Beaver XXX as well. Still though, in this condition, we're looking at somewhere between, at minimum, $75 and upwards to $200, I think, for this hat. So I'm going to start it at $200 just because the condition is so good. See if we can get a sale. Like I said just a few seconds ago, you can just always lower the price. So if you're not 100% sure on the value, like this hat, which is kind of unique, price it high to start. Hey, it's Future Wig here. Actually, I said I was going to list that hat for $200 because I can always lower the price. For whatever reason, I priced it $150 and it sold within 24 hours. So even though I just said that you should price it higher and then lower it if you don't know the true value, I still ended up pricing mine lower and it sold. So great sale nonetheless, being able to sell it for $150 in less than 24 hours. In fact, most of the stuff in this video has already sold. I think all the shoes in this video sold, the Dutch oven. I haven't listed the Browns hat. And I just listed the inflatables yesterday, so they haven't had a chance to sell, even though I've been getting offers on them. Pretty confident those are going to sell as well. So very happy to see that stuff selling quick. I also picked up this Speak and Spell. You've seen me pick up these every now and then. The ones with the raised buttons seem to do better. $4.99. It's in good condition, as long as the battery, there's no battery in there. So I'm just hoping that, you know, there's no mess in there. And just, if it is, it's not too bad. I can clean it up. Anyway, this will sell between $20 and $40. I actually didn't look it up. Just based on what I've sold in the past, it should be able to sell for that. Here's another thing that's pretty interesting. This is not sealed. I thought it was at first. Some of these weird dictionaries, electronic ones like this, I've found, the ones that translate do really well that I've found, but every now and then you find one that's good, and this one is a pretty good one. It almost looks like it hasn't been used. It's got the paperwork in there and everything. It was $4.99. I'm seeing some that sold new, sealed, for around $80, and some pre-owned that sold around $50-60. And then what's listed, I'm seeing new ones selling for, well, not selling, they're listed for over $100. You got some pre-owns around $60. You know, it looks pretty good, and they got a pretty good sell-through rate. So I'm thinking I'm pricing this open one here for $60. I even purchased one on eBay because when I was looking this up, there was one new with 0 bids for $17.99, new sealed. And I'm like, well, I'll throw a bid on that because I'm already seeing comps for $80 for them sealed. Ended up winning the bid with no challenge. So when I get that one, I'll probably put that on there for about $100, make some good profit. $17.99 plus shipping. I think I got like $25 into it or something like that. So it should be some good profit on that one. I just happened to see that. Then I got this Yu-Gi-Oh! Legendary Collection 2 binder for the card game. It was $2.99. I just decided to pick it up. Dust on it. Lots of dust. No cards in there, but they do sell for, it was looking like 15 to 20 bucks. Now, I have a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I've picked up. Picked up a lot last year, actually. So at $2.99, I might just, put it with the cards. I don't know if I'm going to sell the cards anytime soon. I still got to really go through and research them. Right now, I just have them with my Magic card collection. I don't think they're going to lose too much value sitting there for another year or two before I, get a mess with them. So really just a little bread and butter item. Didn't want to leave it on the shelf in that good a condition. If you have the Legendary Collection Binder 1 and 2, it looked like some of those together were selling for like 30 bucks. But there it is, everybody. That's my haul for today. Some really cool stuff. It's kind of funny because the day before my cataract surgery, I found the majority of this good stuff. And it really made me have the urge to go do more thrifting. So I had to wait until, I had my surgery, I healed. But it's funny how when you find good stuff, you just want to keep going. But I'll shut up now. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, flipping_junk. Don't forget to hit that like button and check to see if you're subscribed. I'd really appreciate it. And this has been Wick. Till next time.